Honorable Dr. Justice Chandrachud, Chief Justice of India. We request the Honorable Chief Justice to kindly accept the felicitation. Siddaramaiah to kindly address all of us. ಬಂಧುಗಳೇ, ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯ ಅವರ ಮಾತುಗಳು.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Kannada Television, Honorable Judge of Supreme Court of India, Justice A.S. Opener, Honorable Judge of Supreme Court of India, Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Honorable Judge of Supreme Court of India, Sri Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable Chief Justice of the Court of Karnataka, Sri Justice N.V. Anjaria, Sri Harish A., the President of Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, Sri H.K. Navina, the General Secretary of Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, all dignitaries, friends from media, the ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to be part of this August gathering on the occasion of 21st Biennial State Level Conference of Judicial Officers. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome the esteemed Chief Justice of India, Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud, along with all distinguished participants to this conference here in Karnataka. As I stand before this esteemed assembly, I am filled with profound respect for each member present here today. The judiciary, the cornerstone of just and equitable society, has always been one of the sources of inspiration for me. It is the sacred institution with its unwavering commitment to fairness, good conscience, reasonableness and justice that initially drew me to the field of law. The judiciary's role as the ultimate guardian of rights and liberties resonated deeply with my own aspirations to serve society. Witnessing the judiciary's dedication to ensuring inclusiveness and equality and its pivotal role in safeguarding all that is good and just has been a guiding light on my journey. The Constitution of India, alongside its judiciary, stands as a beacon of equity and excellence, embodying the core principles of justice, equality, and the unwavering pursuit of an equitable society. By architecting a constitution that champions the rights of the marginalized and embodies the principles of justice and equality, Baba Saheb Ambedkar laid the groundwork for a judiciary that stands as a guardian of these ideals. The modern Indian judicial justice system, enriched by this legacy, also draws its values from the teachings of Buddha, Basavana, Narayana Guru, the enlightening Vachanas, and many progressive thinkers of our nation, which collectively emphasize inclusively compassion and the need for societal reform. This confluence of visionary leadership and rich cultural ethos has shaped a justice system that aspires not just to adjudicate but to uplift and transform society. The Indian judiciary has made the country proud by its landmark judgments upholding the rights of the people, especially the Supreme Court has lived up to the expectation of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, the architect of the Constitution, who hailed Article 32 as the heart and soul of the Constitution. Through landmark judgments, the courts have expanded individual freedoms and championed social justice, enhancing transparency and accountability within government institutions. Its historical evolution from a colonial apparatus to an independent arbiter underscores its pivotal role in shaping India's legal landscape. While the members of the judiciary have been working tirelessly to overcome the challenges facing the system and to stay true to their responsibilities, it is equally important to pause and reflect on the approach and question how one could be more effective in achieving the larger purpose. On this note, I am reminded of the efforts of Honorable Chief Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud in leading the Indian judiciary in the right direction. Acknowledging the predominant role of the Supreme Court as the apex court, he shifted focus to long-pending constitutional bench matters that have a profound impact on the direction of our legal jurisprudence and on the lives of Indians. In the face of societal trends reminiscent of Jain philosophies, Avasarpini marked by a decline in morality and virtue, the judiciary's role becomes crucial. The judiciary's duty extends beyond legal interpretation to moral stewardship, guiding society towards virtue and integrity. Through its wisdom and actions, the judiciary can inspire a moral renaissance, steering society away from decline and towards a path of communal harmony and elevated ethical standards, embodying the resilience and guidance necessary for societal upliftment. The theme of this conference, Equity and Excellence for a Futuristic Judiciary, resonates deeply with the ethos of our democratic society and the imperatives of our time. In the quest for a futuristic judiciary, ensuring the aspects of accessibility, availability, and affordability is crucial for fostering social inclusion and equality within the justice system. The pursuit of these principles is a moral imperative to ensure that justice is not a privilege of the few, but a fundamental right of all. Accessibility to justice means that every citizen, irrespective of their socio-economic status, geography, or literacy levels, should find the doors of our courts open to them. The use of digital platforms and e-courts is a step in the right direction, allowing for seamless filing of cases, hearing schedules, and even virtual court of proceedings, thus breaking down the barriers of distance and time. Availability of justice implies that our judiciary is equipped to handle the volume of cases brought before it. The perennial challenges of case backlog threatens the very principle of justice. Denied is justice denied. It is imperative that we adopt a multiple-pronged strategy to address this issue. Affordability of justice is a critical concern that affects the very essence of equitable justice. Legal aid services must be strengthened and made more robust to ensure that the economically weaker sections of our society are not denied justice due to the lack of financial resources. We must work toward a system where legal aid is not just a service but a guarantee of our justice system. Language should not be barrier to justice. The use of the local language in court proceedings or the integration of artificial intelligence to provide real-time updates and translations can significantly enhance the understanding and participation of litigants in the judicial process. This not only makes the courts more accessible, but also instills a greater sense of trust and confidence in the judiciary among the common people. In our relentless pursuit of justice and equity, both the state and judiciary have historically been more powerful than the society. Courageously confronting and dismantling the social evils that have long shackled our society, the state has firmly stood against terrible practices like sati and untouchability and the unfairness of child marriage driven by a belief in promoting freedom and empowering people. Through transformative initiatives like land reforms and the enshrining of rights for women, we have not only challenged the status quo but have laid the groundwork for a society that values and upholds the dignity of every individual. These actions reflect a profound commitment to rectifying historical wrongs and fostering an environment where equality and justice are not mere ideals but lived realities. We, the people of India, resolve to constitute India into a sovereign, democratic republic, socialist, secular, as stated in the preamble. First 25 years saw the nation making steady progress towards establishing a welfare state. By 1973, India had taken bold and beautiful measures. As we stand on the shoulders of this monumental achievement, the task before us as the legislature and judiciary alike is twofold. Firstly, we must continue to identify and address the social concerns that persist, evolving our approaches and strategies to meet the complex demands of our times. Secondly, we must rigorously ensure that the provisions and reforms already in place are effectively implemented, truly transforming lives and uprooting the remnants of social evils. This dual commitment to action and vigilance embodies the philosophy that guides us, a belief in the relentless pursuit of just society, where inclusivity, inclusive growth, plurality and equality are not aspirational goals but the very foundations upon which our nation is built. It is through this shared vision and unwavering dedication that we can continue to forge future marked by social justice and the empowerment of every citizen. As said by our poet Kuempu, our shared vision should be to realize Sarva Janangada Shanti Tota, a peaceful land of all communities. I took forward to the productive and insightful deliberations over the course of this conference. Thank you all. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka has re-emphasized the importance of the role of judiciary for the betterment of the society. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಹ ಸನ್ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸೋಣ. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Shri Justice N.V. Acharya, Chief Justice High Court of Karnataka, has been a constant source of inspiration and guiding force to all the activities of KSJOA. May I now request Honorable Shri Justice N.V. Acharya, Chief Justice High Court of Karnataka, for his presidential address. Sir, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and let's welcome Honorable Chief Justice N.V.
Honorable Dr. Justice Chandrachud, Chief Justice of India, Sri Siddaramaiah ji, respected Chief Minister of this state, Karnataka, Honorable Mr. Justice A.S. Bopana, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Srimati Justice Nagaratna, Judge Supreme Court of India, Honorable Mr. Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, respected brother and sister judges of this High Court, who are gracing the occasion, other dignitaries present here, the retired judges of the Karnataka High Court present in the audience, Learned Advocate General, Registrar General, the President Mr. Harish of the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, Mr. Naveen, the Secretary, all the judicial officer friends, the staff members, and each and everyone present here. I am privileged to stand in the midst of this esteemed gathering at the inaugural function of 21st Biennial State Level Conference of Judicial Officers, organized by the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association. My pleasure is unbounded as we are blessed today by the august presence of none other than the Chief Justice of India, Honorable Dr. Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, sir. The kind presence of Honorable Justice Sri Bopanna ji, Srimati Nagaratna ji, Sri Arvind Kumar ji, all judges of Supreme Court have made us feel elated. The district judiciary and the grassroots level judges are the backbone of our institution. Perhaps it is not the Supreme Court or High Courts alone which constitute the Indian judiciary, but the district level and taluk level judges and the courts at this level are the base, the foundation. The common man's faith in the judicial institution originates from here. District level courts and judges bear a direct connect with the small litigant for their plight as well as for their aspiration of justice. I can legitimately claim about the keenness of my Lord Justice Chandrachud. His desire, always reflected, for upliftment of the standards of the district judiciary. The recent two events in Gujarat, one is the inauguration of the district court building at Rajkot, and the other more recent Judicial Officers Conference held in Kutch, are the testimony. It cannot be more satisfying to witness that the Chief Justice of the country has care, concern and commitment toward the smallest court and the district level officers for improving the physical infrastructure and the functional infrastructure. This is the one more conference where the codification of the keenness of my Lord Justice Chandrachud is evident. This conference therefore has a special importance and significance. It will go a long way in improving the future of the foundational courts and district level judges in our state of Karnataka. The theme of the conference is very opposite: equity and excellence for futuristic judiciary. I wish to make two references before I proceed further. Firstly, I would like to congratulate every judicial officers of the Karnataka for contributing grand success of Lok Adalat held on 16/3/24. It is my delight to announce that more than 29 lakhs cases came to be disposed of in the Lok Adalat. Out of these, 2,52,277 were the pending cases disposed of, whereas 26 lakhs and 48,000 were the pre-litigation cases disposed of. I am proud to mention that the Karnataka stood third at all India level in disposal of the Lok Adalat cases. To receive commensurate and deserving payback is the entitlement of all judicial officers. The first National Judicial Pay Commission was established in 1996, which submitted its report in 2006, revising the pay structure of the judicial officers. The second National Pay Commission's report, in which the pay revision was recommended, came to be effectively implemented by the bench of the Honorable Supreme Court, which was headed by my Lord Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. In the Union of India versus All India Judges Association, reported in 2024, 1 SCC 606, the Supreme Court gave effect to the revision from 1/1/16 as recommended by the Second National Pay Commission. The Court rejected the objections regarding the application of uniform multiplier. It adopted the multiplier in uniform manner. It was reiterated that all the judges across the hierarchy of the courts discharge the same essential functions, adjudicating disputes impartially and independently. The Supreme Court highlighted and underlined the importance and the role of the district courts. It was reiterated on the basis of the earlier decision in All India Judges Association in the year 1993 that the judges, at whatever level they may be, represent the state and its authority, unlike the administrative or executive members of the services. The members of the judiciary are constitutionally and functionally different, and that they exercise the sovereign power of the state. This judgment is a shining example of the commitment of the Supreme Court and our Honorable Chief Justice. That he is, even on judicial side, committed to the welfare of the judicial officers at the district and taluka level. The decision will mark a decisive action to bring about transformation in the pay structure of the judicial officers. All of us indeed need to express gratitude to the Supreme Court and our respected Chief Justice of India. Really, it deserves applaud which you have given. At the same time, as judicial officers, individually and collectively, we bear great responsibility to uphold and continue to redeem the faith of the common man in the institution of judiciary. The speedy, effective, and qualitative justice is the need of the day. The embarking of journey to future excellence in the functioning of judiciary has to be the pursuit towards innovation, adaptability, and commitment of fairness, and ensuring to maintain and redeem and go on redeeming always the standards of judicial ethics. This is an era of technological advancement. We must harness the power of technology to enhance the efficiency and accessibility to judicial system. The justice must not remain a belated justice or a denied justice on account of delay and efficiency on our part. The various sessions to be conducted in this conference are meant to address different areas concerning the improvement, efficiency and advancement in the judicial system as a whole. The first session relates to women and judiciary, very important subject. The second session has the subject which is also equally important. It is in respect of the challenges within the civil trials and pursuit of excellence. The third session is the subject of work-life balance and management in the functioning of judicial institutions. The fourth session, we would debate the challenges inherent in the criminal trials and pursuit of excellence. I am sure that the churning of ideas in these sessions would greatly benefit to beacon our path of wisdom, equity, and excellence in discharge of our judicial duties and improve the work performance. It will indeed have a transformative effect. The debate and discussion would provide to all of you good lessons. All of you would be able to carry in your bag valuable takeaways. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the President, General Secretary, and the body of members, as well as all the esteemed members of the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association for their tireless and painstaking efforts in organizing this conference. Finally, I congratulate and wish each one of the participants good success in this conference. Thank you so much.
Our sincere thanks to Honorable Shri Justice N.V. Acharya, Chief Justice High Court of Karnataka, for his presidential address. Thank you, sir.
We now request Honorable Shri Justice Arvind Kumar, Judge Supreme Court of India, to kindly address all of us. Bandhugale, swagatise Honorable Shri Justice Arvind.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ಶುಭೋದಯ. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Honorable Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud, Chief Justice of India, Shri Siddaramaiah, Honorable Chief Minister, Karnataka, my esteemed brothers, Justice A.S. Bopanna, my esteemed sister, Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Honorable Chief Justice, Justice N.V. Acharya, my brother and sister judges, former judges, Honorable Advocate General Shri Shashikiran Shetty, the registrars of High Court of Karnataka, President and members of the Karnataka Judicial Officers Association, the learned judicial officers, friends and personnel from print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable Chief Justice, let me be candid in my confession to share with you that this is the first biennial conference of Judicial Officers Association which I am attending, and I am thankful to the Bar Association members, office bearers, for inviting me, and I am very happy to be in your midst. Chief, I take this opportunity to highlight certain aspects. Karnataka State Judiciary is leading from the front in fulfilling the aspirations of the litigant public. And I can say with firm conviction that the theme of this conference, I quote, "Equity and excellence for futuristic judiciary," is already being fulfilled, and our judicial officers are surging forward to achieve higher excellence in all spheres by discharging their judicial functions. Again, with all humility at my command, I state that in the presence of the first citizen of the judiciary, who is the captain and torchbearer of this great institution, who has been striving hard day in and day out, that officers of Karnataka's judiciary are already meeting the aspirations of the litigant public, and in this endeavor, they have left no stone unturned. To support my views, I am armed with the statistics of the last 3 years, which I think it will be now shown on the screen. I'll just flag only 2 matters, like partition suits and ejectment suits. For the last 3 years, for example, for the year 2021, the number of suits that were partition suits were instituted was 40,225, and disposal was 34,860. That is, case clearance rate was approximately around 92%. And 22, it was 51,764. And the case clearance rate was 97%. 2023, it was 42,418 as against 53,283 disposed of. The percentage was around 91.78. And Chief, I may say that Karnataka stands first in the country in disposal of ejectment suits. The index or the balance sheet of the district judiciary speaks for itself. The data now available on screen is an index to the fact the amount of hard work expended by our judicial officers. If you look at the above statistics, it would reflect the number of suits which have been disposed of in the last 3 years. And it also reflects the excellence achieved by our judicial officers, and this requires great applause. I would say that the judicial officers of Karnataka are the best judicial officers in the country. And speaking for myself, I am proud of that. Our judicial officers who are soldiers of this great institution and who have been working in the front, namely the trial courts, have been discharging their duties efficiently at all levels. Even in the matter of disposal of cases in the Lok Adalat, that is the ADR methods, which again is now reflected on the screen, is a mirror to the fact that the aims and objects of the Legal Service Authority Act are being fulfilled. I need not elaborate on the entire statistics. I will just highlight or flag the issue that for the 2021 Lok Adalat, the total amount that was disbursed was 3,403 crores. Here, Chief, I may share one thing. When I was the Executive Chairman, I requested the Government of Karnataka, then the Chief Secretary was S.V. Rangana, to release some of the amount which was pending for release to be paid in the execution cases. The total number of execution cases was 17,000 cases. So when we requested, they said, because of COVID, we don't have money, we could not pay any amount. So I thought the statistics is the best part, because the bureaucrats, once they look at the statistics, they will immediately release the amount. And now that the Honorable Chief Minister is here, and now he would be knowing as to what is the rate of disposal, and any file which is sent to him for the proposal for the progress of the district judiciary, I think he will clear the file within 24 hours. In one example, I will say that there was a land acquisition case which had ended in the reference court and ultimately affirmed by the apex court also. Just a compensation of 1,72,800 rupees. But that was not paid, and the execution was pending for 19 and a half years. And the total amount that was paid by the government was nearly to the tune of 21 lakhs. So this persuaded the then Chief Secretary to release an amount of 400 crores, which ended in disposal of 7,000 execution petitions across the state. Having said the brighter aspects of our judicial officers, I deem it proper to share my few thoughts as to how judicial officers should strive hard to achieve excellence. Article 51AJ requires to strive towards excellence in all spheres of individual and collective activity, so that the nation rises to higher levels of endeavor and achievement. When the Constitution expects us to achieve excellence, the members of the district judiciary are expected to be the agents in providing qualitative, responsive and timely justice. Right to speedy justice as enshrined under the Constitution would be your endeavor and the motto. To fulfill this constitutional obligation, I feel that in civil cases, many a times issues are not framed for months together and years together. And even in criminal cases, charges are not being framed. Hence, you should make endeavor to see that the charges are framed in criminal cases and issues are framed in the civil cases. And many cases which may not require serious adjudication in the courts. For example, ejectment suit for simple recovery of money. These are all the matters which can be adjudicated through ADR process. That is Lok Adalat, mediation and settlement. And this aspect requires a careful consideration by all of you, because you play the role of the referral judges. After having said this, once the matter comes to the court, you should invoke the provision of Order 10, which normally is not done in many cases. If you apply Order 10, many cases can be resolved at the preliminary stage itself. And to achieve excellence, you will have to also have cordial relationship with the staff, which would be an important factor for discharge of your judicial function. When little compassion is extended to the staff, in my little experience, I would say that staff would be too willing to work extra hours and there should be no dearth in extending this courtesy. I would request the Judicial Academy also to play a little proactive role. This was in existence for a few months. I don't know whether it is still in existence. I am told it is not. Kindly introduce a help desk in the Judicial Academy so that the judicial officers can try to solve their solutions for complex and vexed problems, if any, and for this process, the details of the case pending before the judicial officers need not be disclosed. I also consider that small groups of judicial officers forming a WhatsApp group would be of more benefit so that you can discuss many vexed legal issues and solve yourselves amongst yourselves without discussing the factual details. I would also suggest that at least once in 6 or 3 months, the district judicial officers should meet together and discuss about the vexed legal issues which may be confronting them or which may be passing through their mind, so that it would enhance your legal knowledge and assist in discharging your judicial functions effectively. And there is a myth that when a judicial officer is posted to as a member secretary of the legal service authority, it is considered as a punishment post. Please do not construe as such. It is one of the most important roles which a judicial officer will have to discharge and learn the nuances of the legal service. And by effectively discharging this function by the member secretary, the burden on the judiciary can also be reduced. You will have to concentrate on old cases and dispose of the same in a time-bound manner, as justice delayed would be justice denied. And a small piece of advice to my esteemed brother and sister judges, which I had adopted and found that the result was extraordinary. Whenever you come across a good judgment written by a judicial officer, whether it is civil judge, junior division, senior division, additional district judge or a district judge, and if the matter is not pending before you or after its disposal, you find that the judgment or the order written was excellent or good, one telephone call from you or calling the judicial officer and appreciating as to the work he has done would boost their morale. Last but not the least, I would like to highlight the fact that there cannot be any shortcut to success except the hard work. Don't go behind success, go behind excellence. The success will follow you. And the living example, before I conclude, I will have to say that he is none other than our Honorable Chief Justice of India. Our Chief Justice has already spoken about all the good deeds done, the celebrated judgments which has been passed by our Chief Justice of India. But do you know that what is the amount of hard work the Honorable Chief Justice puts in? With his deemed permission, I am sharing one of the secret. He gets up at 3:30 every day in the morning. How many of us get it? He finishes his judicial work by 6 o'clock in the morning. This is what is expected. Instead of thinking of CL, DL, ML, RL, FL, whatever else, I request you to see that every judicial officer tries to achieve of getting a white gloves. This was given to Justice M.S. Nesargi when he was the Principal District Judge of Belgaum way back somewhere in 1974. And I think that was the last district judge who got a white gloves, where they will achieve zero pendency. And I hope and trust that in pursuing your pursuit for excellence, you would emulate our Chief Justice at least to the extent of 10 or 20% and achieve the success. I can assure you that you would be successful in your judicial career if you follow what the Honorable CJI is doing. In the discharge of your duties, please do not neglect your family. And also please do not neglect your health. Take care of your health, the family members, and I wish all the very best to all the judicial officers present here. May God bless one and all. Sarve Jana Sukhino Bhavantu. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Shri Justice Kumar has complimented and congratulated the Karnataka State Judicial Officers for their excellent work. He has also called upon the entire fraternity to strive hard for excellence. So let's give a huge round of applause for a thought-provoking address for the Honorable Shri Justice Kumar. Thank you, sir.
ಆತ್ಮೀಯರೇ, ಪ್ರಜೆಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀಡಲ್ಪಟ್ಟ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಾಂವಿಧಾನಿಕ ಹಕ್ಕುಗಳು ಸ್ವಾಯತ್ತವೂ ಸ್ವತಂತ್ರವೂ ಆದ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಂಗ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ತನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥವನ್ನೇ ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡು ಬಿಡುತ್ತದೆ ಎಂದದ್ದು ಆಂಡ್ರೂ ಜಾನ್ಸನ್. ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುತ್ತಿರುವ ಸರ್ವೋಚ್ಚ ನ್ಯಾಯಾಲಯದ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾಗಿ ನ್ಯಾಯ ವಿತರಣಾ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಯ ದ್ರಷ್ಟರಾಗಿರುವವರು ಗೌರವಾನ್ವಿತ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿಗಳಾದಂತಹ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಬಿ.ವಿ. ನಾಗರತ್ನಮ್ಮ ಅವರು. ಇದೀಗ ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ ಬಿ.ವಿ. ನಾಗರತ್ನಮ್ಮ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಭೆಯನ್ನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕೋರ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Srimati Justice B.V. Nagar.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Honorable the Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Dhananjaya Yashwant Chandrachud, Honorable Brother Judges, Justice Bopanna and Justice Kumar, Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri Siddaramaiah, Honorable Chief Justice of Karnataka, Sri N.Y. Acharya, my learned brother and sister judges of the High Court, former judges of the High Court, Sri Harish A., the President, and Sri H.K. Naveen, the General Secretary of the Karnataka State Judicial Officers Association, learned Principal District Judges, Registrars of the High Court, my learned judicial officers from the length and breadth of the state of Karnataka, distinguished invitees, members of the press and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I must thank the organizers of this conference for inviting me to this biennial State Judicial Officers Conference. I must congratulate the officers of the association for choosing a most apt theme, that is equity and excellence for a futuristic judiciary. We all know that the district judiciary is the most critical sentinel of the justice delivery system. The framers of our constitution were aware that the members of the district judiciary form the backbone of the Indian judicial system and therefore had taken pains to fortify the system of the district judiciary by having noble constitutional intents in various provisions of the constitution. Therefore, the outcome of this noble constitutional intent was to constitute the judiciary consisting of persons of sterling quality and character, undaunting courage and determination, and resolute impartiality. 28 January 2024 was significant in the constitutional history of India, inasmuch as the Supreme Court of India completed 75 years. And to commemorate this occasion, a ceremonial bench was constituted by Honorable the Chief Justice of India and all judges of the Supreme Court, as well as all the Chief Justices of the High Courts. And I would like to quote from the address of Honorable the Chief Justice of India. Quote, he said, "An independent judiciary does not merely mean the insulation of the institution from the executive and the legislature branches, but also the independence of individual judges in the performance of their roles as judges. The art of judging must be free of social and political pressure and from the inherent biases which human beings hold. Efforts are being made from within the institution to educate and sensitize judges across courts to unlearn their subconscious attitudes inculcated by social conditioning on gender, disability, race, caste and sexuality, unquote. On that occasion, while ending his address, the learned Chief Justice of India observed, and I quote, that introspection is the art of bringing the seemingly unattainable within the line of vision. Taking a cue from that address, I must state to this enlightened audience that, and in the presence of the honorable judges from the High Court, that I would like to share a few thoughts on the independence of the judiciary in the context of efficiency and equity, which is the theme of this conference. Judicial independence is a multi-dimensional concept. On the one hand, it speaks of personal independence, that is, a person who holds the office of a judge is subject to no authority other than the law. A judge must be insulated from every form of external pressure, be it from the litigating parties, the lawyers, fellow judges, and persons occupying offices in other organs of the state.
Honorable Chief Justice of India, Dr. Justice Kumar, Honorable Judge of the Supreme Court of India, Justice A.S. Bopanna, Honorable Judge of Supreme Court of India, Srimati Justice B.V. Nagaratna, Honorable Judge of Supreme Court of India, Sri Justice Arvind Kumar, Honorable Chief Justice of the Court of Karnataka, Sri Justice N.V. Anjaria, Sri Harish A., the President of Kannada State Judicial Officers Association, Sri H.K. Navina, the General Secretary of Kannada State Judicial Officers Association, all dignitaries, friends from media, the ladies and gentlemen. I am pleased to be part of this August gathering on the occasion of 21st Biennial State Level Conference of Judicial Officers. It is an absolute pleasure to welcome the esteemed Chief Justice of India, Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud, along with all distinguished participants to this conference here in Karnataka. As I stand before this esteemed assembly, I am filled with profound respect for each member present here today. The judiciary, the cornerstone of just and equitable society, has always been one of the sources of inspiration for me. It is the sacred institution with its unwavering commitment to fairness, good conscience, reasonableness and justice that initially drew me to the field of law. The judiciary's role as the ultimate guardian of rights and liberties resonated deeply with my own aspirations to serve society. Witnessing the judiciary's dedication to ensuring inclusiveness and equality and its pivotal role in safeguarding all that is good and just has been a guiding light on my journey. The Constitution of India alongside its judiciary, stands as a beacon of equity and excellence, embodying the core principles of justice, equality, and the unwavering pursuit of an equitable society. By architecting a constitution that champions the rights of the marginalized and embodies the principles of justice and equality, Baba Saheb Ambedkar laid the groundwork for a judiciary that stands as a guardian of these ideals. The modern Indian judicial justice system, enriched by this legacy, also draws its values from the teachings of Buddha, Basavana, Narayana Guru, the enlightening Vachanas, and many progressive thinkers of our nation, which collectively emphasize inclusively compassion and the need for societal reform. This confluence of visionary leadership and rich cultural ethos has shaped a justice system that aspires not just to adjudicate but to uplift and transform society. The Indian judiciary has made the country proud by its landmark judgments upholding the rights of the people, especially the Supreme Court has lived up to the expectation of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar, the architect of the Constitution, who hailed Article 32 as the heart and soul of the Constitution. Through landmark judgments, the courts have expanded individual freedoms and championed social justice, enhancing transparency and accountability within government institutions. Its historical evolution from a colonial apparatus to an independent arbiter underscores its pivotal role in shaping India's legal landscape. While the members of the judiciary have been working tirelessly to overcome the challenges facing the system and to stay true to their responsibilities, it is equally important to pause and reflect on the approach and question how one could be more effective in achieving the larger purpose. On this note, I am reminded of the efforts of Honorable Chief Justice Dhananjaya Y. Chandrachud in leading the Indian judiciary in the right direction. Acknowledging the predominant role of the Supreme Court as the apex court, he shifted focus to long-pending constitutional bench matters that have a profound impact on the direction of our legal jurisprudence and on the lives of Indians. In the face of societal trends, reminiscent of Jain philosophies, Avasarpini marked by a decline in morality and virtue, the judiciary's role becomes crucial. The judiciary's duty extends beyond legal interpretation to moral stewardship, guiding society towards virtue and integrity. Through its wisdom and actions, the judiciary can inspire a moral renaissance, steering society away from decline and towards a path of communal harmony and elevated ethical standards, embodying the resilience and guidance necessary for societal upliftment. The theme of this conference, Equity and Excellence for Futuristic Judiciary, resonates deeply with the ethos of our democratic society and the imperatives of our time. In the quest for a futuristic judiciary, ensuring the aspects of accessibility, availability, and affordability is crucial for fostering social inclusion and equality within the justice system. The pursuit of these principles is a moral imperative to ensure that justice is not a privilege of the few, but a fundamental right of all. Accessibility to justice means that every citizen, irrespective of their socio-economic status, geography, or literacy levels, should find the doors of our courts open to them. The use of digital platforms and e-courts is a step in the right direction, allowing for seamless filing of cases, hearing schedules, and even virtual court of proceedings, thus breaking down the barriers of distance